Back again on the Anthony On Air podcast. On this episode, we're talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, who scored a little win in her witness battle. Plus, she's appealing to the UN to try and get out of jail once again. Waukesha Christmas Parade attack. There's some news on the suspect in that particular tragedy. Capitol Riot Committee has subpoenaed Alex Jones and Roger Stone. Acosta versus Carlson from over this weekend is a fun little clip there to share with everybody. We'll tell you who Mary Lemansky is and how she ties into Waukesha and the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Plus, the Rittenhouse lawyer is condemning the GOP. Trump Jr. is chiming in on this, so clearly the Kyle Rittenhouse story is still a story. Our weekend Christmas adventures here at the Anthony household. Jsabs and her other podcast. There's a French black alien, Frank Chips, and how to properly DM the podcast.
Ooh.
All on this episode. Frankie here to start things off. How you doing, my man?
Hanging in there, man.
All right, let's jump right into the Ghislaine Maxwell story, which is we're here, week of. The trial will begin this week. Can you believe it? Well, a week from today.
Oh,
we're inside of a week.
So next week.
Okay. We're within 7 days. It feels like this week kind of a thing.
Week from today. Okay.
Week from today.
Yeah.
Can't believe we're here.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember, I feel like just yesterday we were like, it's 4 months from now.
You were complaining it was going to take so long.
Yeah.
Her family this is their latest move to get her out of prison. They're now petitioning the UN. Her lawyers from her family, they have raised numerous previous failed appeals. They've been trying their hardest. They're talking about her conditions again. They're waking her up. All the same old jazz. Nothing new there to report on what they're trying to do to get her out. The only new thing here is they've submitted a petition to the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention. It was filed by international criminal lawyers hired by Maxwell's family, particularly her 3 sisters and 3 brothers, according to a copy that was provided to the New York Post. So this is their latest attempt to get her out of prison. Abnormally rigorous lockup conditions is what they're claiming. And we'll see. Again, like I said, 7 days away from this thing starting. They're still,
So what win did she get?
So the win that she got, remember we discussed this a couple of podcasts ago, that they were trying to get that false memory expert.
Oh, right.
To be called as a witness. It looks like, according to Judge, I want to say Nathan Lane. I don't know why Nathan Lane.
It's probably not Nathan Lane.
It's Allison Nathan, but Nathan Lane gets stuck in my head.
You know what? That's close. It's close
Judge
enough.
Nathan Lane would be a blast, though, wouldn't it? In an otherwise particularly sad case. Yeah. Allison Nathan today, in a ruling, said that she will allow this witness to be called, who's going to testify basically as an expert witness to help Ghislaine Maxwell. This is Elizabeth Loftus. Remember we talked about her. She's the false memory person, the supposed expert. So she's going to allow her to be called. She's also going to allow partial testimony from Park Dietz, who's another psychologist that the defense is offering as an expert. They're saying that part of her testimony is going to be allowed. I don't know. I guess maybe they're going to warn them not to allow certain questions to happen. I don't know if they're going to. This is just going to be like a pre-trial. What do they call that when they ask you questions pre-trial?
Like a voir dire?
No.
I don't know.
When they call you into a room and they question you beforehand in the discovery, it'll come. Starts with a D.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. Disclosure, discovery.
It's called disclosure.
I think it's
dickhead.
Discovery. I think you got it with Discovery.
That's not the word I'm thinking of. But thank you. I appreciate you trying to help a feeble-minded individual.
I don't know the word though.
It's very nice of you to do that. In the not defamation, in the
if you know in the comments,
please
let us know.
Anyway, it's when you testify, but you're not in court, but you're in front of a deposition. Thank you.
Deposition. Man.
Oh man. Hold on. Let me get a swig of. Let me get a little.
You gotta get a new word of the day calendar.
Let's take a break here. Deposition. Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to do this via deposition and then they're just going to submit that to the jury, whatever the case may be. But this is kind of a win for them because, you know.
I can't imagine her testimony holding water. Does the defense's case hold water?
Well,
I can't imagine it because of all the witnesses they got. I mean, if you're trying to question the memory of one witness, maybe. But the fact that they got all these people, all these women, I can't imagine that this will work in their favor.
I agree. But again, reasonable doubt.
Everything.
Yeah, they got to try everything, and they just got to get enough of a doubt in a couple of jurors' minds, and she's going to walk away.
Can't imagine. Can you imagine at the end of this thing, she's a free person. She just walks out of there.
Yes, I can.
You know what? Because of recent shit, I can't disagree with you.
And it's not. It's like, it's funny. You said recent shit, and obviously you're referring to Rittenhouse, and I get it. But it's kind of like roulette. I love this roulette, like the story behind roulette. That's where you bet 1 through 36 or whatever it is. And so what the casinos did is they put a board on the roulette tables.
Oh, the sucker board.
To show you like the last 10 things, the last 10 spins, what's come out. And it increased the amount of money they were able to pull in off of roulette. The interesting thing is when it comes to games of chance like that, past outcomes have no,
it's always the odds reset for every spin.
Every single time has nothing to do, cannot predict any future outcomes. What happened in the past, it doesn't matter because it's still 36 slots, 38 with the 2 zeros on the thing. And, it doesn't matter what's come out in the past, but yet we as human beings feel like it's going to matter.
27 just came up. It's not going to come up again.
Right. Or you go, oh my God, red came out 3 times. It's gotta be a black this time. It's gotta fall on a black number.
It doesn't have to be anything.
It doesn't. It's always different. So it's kind of the same thing. One really doesn't have anything to do with the other. But I think what the Rittenhouse thing teaches everybody is, when you have a good defense or when you have the lawyers playing the game the right way, they're there to win a trial. They're not there to, win a public opinion contest. In public opinion, she's already been kind of, pronounced guilty. I could totally see her, especially the fact that she's hired some world-class, lawyers to come in there and.
Yeah, but I'm sure the prosecution. I mean, that's the government. It's not like someone. It's not like someone hired them, right? It's the government versus the people versus.
That's true, and the people tend to screw up. The lawyers tend to lose. There's always some big losses there on some cases that you think are slam dunks.
I hate when my faith in the justice system is rattled. I hate it.
I like it.
Stop rattling me.
I like it when you're rattled. Jumpstart Coffee Company, proud sponsor of this podcast. Want to thank them for their continued support. As we said on the last episode, they have re-upped with us, and we could not be more ecstatic by it. Let me tell you something. I got some subpar coffee today. So I was visiting with somebody. They were like, "Would you like a cup of coffee?" Okay, French press. It's this fancy thing. All right, I'll take a sip. They've ruined other coffees for me. Yeah, they've ruined other coffees for me. And people are buying up. By the way, our idea, there's the packaging right there. Frankie C's got it. It's just such a nice packaging, right? Very high end, very luxurious. It's $12 for a nice bag of Jumpstart Coffee Company, which is perfect for an office gift. I've gotten people, I'm going to go buy that I got 10 employees. I'm going to buy it for my employees. Great. Oh, I'm in the office grab bag. I got to buy, I got a $20 limit. What can I buy? A high-end coffee like Jumpstart Coffee Company. You are going to be the talk of the office.
It's aces, baby. Gold,
absolutely
Jerry.
Phenomenal.
Gold.
The taste is great. Packaging is wonderful. And then when you give that gift and you go, oh, and by the way, 50% of what I spent on your gift is going to the Navy SEAL Foundation.
Boom.
People are going to feel even more wonderful with the whole thing. So
here's a little win in my day. I had a cup of Jumpstart before, maybe like 2 hours ago. and I spilled a little on my bed. Now my bed smells like Jumpstart coffee.
That's nice.
Isn't that nice?
Now, I was sad to hear you wasted some Jumpstart, but you didn't really, because
just a little, just like a little shake.
Now that's going to go a long way in the aroma department in your bedroom.
It's nice.
Feels weird to say.
Yeah.
Save 15% on Jumpstart Coffee Company. Use the promo code AOA15. That's AOA15 when you order, with the link in the description on this episode, or by clicking the banner on the homepage of AnthonyOnAir.com. There she is. I caught her mid-yawn.
Right in the camera.
Jsabs joins us. What up, Jsabs?
Not much. How about you guys?
You know, we're hanging in. We have to talk about your other podcast. That is coming up. Stay with us. Yes. But let's talk about this Waukesha Christmas parade attack. Terribly tragic from over the weekend, and we're getting some more details. So for those of you who don't know, the suspect in this case, Darrell Brooks, 39 years old, he's charged with 5 counts of intentional homicide, 5 people dead, 48 injured when he just drove into a Christmas parade with his SUV.
Do we know what possessed this guy? What?
Yes.
What?
He's a dick.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
But was he like drunk? Was he?
No. Supposedly had a domestic dispute, right?
Well, this is what we're learning, and I'm bringing this up for this particular reason. I feel like this is always a story. This is always a part of a story, but it feels like more and more over the last 2 or 3 months, I'm reading about horrific crimes done by people who are out on bail for doing something equally horrific. And it's like, what is going on with our system here, where people who do these horrible, shitty things are allowed to just walk back out on the streets and do something else?
It's such a weird, fucked up system, because it's like, all right, you've been arrested, you're awaiting trial, but if you give us enough money, we'll let you just go outside. That's fine.
Yeah, well, and not even that, but like in this particular case, he was out on $1,000 cash bail.
Damn.
When he did this.
It's nothing.
And that was for punching the mother of his child.
What a piece of shit.
Hold on a second. After he was out on $1,000 cash bail at the time of Sunday's tragedy, after he allegedly punched the mother of his child and purposely ran her over with his vehicle in a Milwaukee gas station.
Jeez.
Now, let me ask you something.
Hold on, I got more.
Go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
He was arrested. He was arrested and charged that same day with resisting or obstructing an officer, recklessly endangering safety, disorderly conduct, bail jumping, and battery.
Oh.
The Milwaukee.
Just a little slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Battery? I mean, hitting someone with your car is just battery?
I guess so. I mean, well, he punched the.
All right. Well, what's the charge for running her over?
I don't know.
That seems like they're missing a charge there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I just think this is like I mean.
Where's Kyle Rittenhouse when you need him?
You both said something. I heard you. I didn't hear Frank's.
I asked if she was okay, the mother.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I assume so.
Yeah, he wasn't charged with murder, so she's alive. Hopefully she's not in the hospital.
This, meanwhile, while he has another pending case in Milwaukee from July of last year, where he was charged with recklessly endangering and illegal possession of a firearm. Police say they were called to his home after he allegedly fired his gun during a dispute with his nephew in July. His cash bail in that case was initially set to $10,000 before being reduced to $7,500. So he's got that trial going on. Then he does all this shit with his kid's mother, and then he's out on $1,000. So the second thing, he gets $1,000 bail to get out, and then he does this.
So he has 2 cases pending.
Yeah,
and he's still out on the loose, working on now his 3rd. This guy's never going to see the light of day again.
I mean, he shouldn't have been out this time. How does this happen? How does that happen?
Welcome to the U.S. with new laws and new, bail and whatever.
That's
they call
really
it laws.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. I mean, honestly, it's something that we really need to look at as a society. How these, I mean, and these, it's not just like, oh, got caught with a bag of weed or unpaid tickets, or some shit like that. Okay,
No, it's
I
messed
get
up
it.
shit.
It's fucked up shit that they're doing.
And that's why they keep doing it over and over, because they know they could get out, so they don't care. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go to jail. It's like, oh, I'll go to jail, but then I'll be let out in a few days. So does it matter?
I can only see the point of bail for nonviolent crimes. If you're a tax evader, sure, you get out on bail because you're not. What are you going to do? Not pay your taxes? Like what? They're going to watch you for taxes. They're not worried about you being injuring people, with the crime that you're facing, the charges you're facing.
Listen to Mr. Right Wing over here. What are you going after Tucker's spot? Is that what's happening right now?
What do you mean?
Mr. Bail Reform, Mr. Nonviolent
No, I just think
only?
if someone runs someone over with a car, they could just give you $1,000 and just go out, just go right back out. It's just a weird law.
It's an awfully conservative stance for you to take. I'm surprised.
I'm not.
Is it? I have no idea what the stance is on either side for that.
Yeah, that's not really.
I really don't.
I feel like if you're up for a violent crime, if you're on trial for a violent crime, you're just allowed to. Yeah, go ahead. You give me $1,000, I'll let you out. It's like, what is this? What does that mean? Well, why?
Yeah, it's utterly.
What does the $1,000 have to do with anything?
It's utterly insane.
Well, I said, too bad Kyle wasn't in the crowd.
Well, so
he
could
have stopped him.
Enter Mary. Oh boy. Enter
I'm sorry.
Mary Leminski, who is the social media director for the Democratic Party in DuPage County, where she said, and she's being blasted for this today, that the deadly Christmas parade rampage in Wisconsin was karma for the acquittal of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Wow, that's a dumb statement.
That's pretty fucked up. Who is this?
This is Mary Leminski. She's the social media director for the Democratic Party in DuPage, which I believe is in Wisconsin.
Obviously, she doesn't know how to do her job correctly.
She wrote
maybe
in a tweet,
you know someone, Aunt.
She wrote in a tweet that has since been deleted. It was probably just self-defense.
Oh.
A bit too much.
Comparing it to Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah. It was a little too much. A little too much for Mary Leminski.
Just stop.
She then said, I'm sure he didn't want to hurt anyone. He came to help people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Kyle Rittenhouse.
So, yeah, I'm not sure if Mary Leminski is going to.
Two different things, but people are, because it happened in Wisconsin.
By the way, I didn't fall down the rabbit hole, Janine, like we talked about. Like you get into these things, you start watching every video. But I did watch the one video where you see the car that he's driving enter the parade area, and it's going way too fast for a normal street. Like for a street that's closed for a Christmas parade, like it's very chilling to watch that car.
I can't watch that video.
Run down the thing. So now that we're bringing Kyle Rittenhouse in, Kyle Rittenhouse's lawyer is slamming the GOP for offering the teen DC jobs. Mark Richards, who was on the defense team for Kyle Rittenhouse, condemned those Republicans, including Matt Gaetz and Rep. Paul Gosar of Arizona, for offering them work in their office. He said that some were even raising money off of these job offers, which I didn't see that, but I mean, if he saw it.
How could you raise money off job offers?
Well, because it's like, you put, because this is what happens. Here's how you do it. If you're Gates, you put out a thing that goes, I will hire this gentleman, blah, 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 blah. And then you fucking send out an email blast, that like Rep. Matt Gaetz is there for the Second Amendment once again. You tag the tweet in there, and then you put a link down for your fucking donations.
Really?
It as a battle cry, basically.
I'm not saying that's what he did. I'm just assuming, because that's what they do. There's all these elaborate things where they'll send out tweets, or release statements or whatever, and then they'll fucking follow it up with an email blast 6, 4, 8 hours later as the fucking storm starts to turn, and then they're pulling in more money than they usually do because people are bringing up their name like crazy, or they're going to their site.
Weird.
and their site has their donation shits up there and all that stuff. So all that jazz.
Politicians trying to raise money. That's like, oof.
All right. Well, let's get
for
into
no
Kyle,
good apparent reason.
Let's get into Kyle Rittenhouse, because as Janine describes it, we've been getting our assholes torn open.
I mean, I feel bad for you, both your assholes.
I really don't care.
I feel bad for both of yours.
I feel like my stance was I wasn't so much. I wasn't really commenting on what happened. I was more commenting
Not
on.
you.
Here we go. Is that the sound of a truck backing up, or?
But I will say people really did. Well, first time we talked about it, people took Frank to task a lot.
Good.
I don't think I was.
Care.
I think I missed. I missed that, and I missed which episode it was on. But I think that if I was able to make it Friday night and speak about it, maybe you wouldn't have such a torn up asshole. Maybe.
Well, what would you have said? What would you have said?
I'm sorry to say I disagree with both of you.
There's a fucking surprise.
What'd you just say?
What? What'd I say? What? Like us a video.
I mean.
What do you disagree? Go
ahead. Just, you think that he should have been convicted. You didn't like the verdict, and I agree with the verdict. So there you go. That's it, really.
That's it.
Well,
I mean,
what I said was, and I said this to you, Frank. I don't think you liked it too much, which was that it was up to a jury of his peers, and they saw the video. That was the difference in all of this.
I saw the video too.
Yeah,
we all saw the video. They showed it on TV. I was watching the court case. They showed it during the case.
No, but when I said that on the show, and when I'm saying it now is, everybody's up in arms, about the verdict, and at the end of the day, the people that were like, it was as fair as it could have been, even though people disagree with it, which I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with your asshole getting torn up. Janine's trying to save your asshole. I'll let your asshole get torn up.
I don't think it was very fair.
It overall seems like a fucked up situation that somebody could, and like I said too, I stand behind this. If that was my kid, I would have beat the. I would have.
He shouldn't have been there.
I wouldn't have let him leave the house.
You can't jump into a lion's den with a giant gun and be surprised when you have to use it.
But like I said, there's a difference between being a gigantic asshole, which I believe Kyle Rittenhouse is, and then being, guilty of doing so. Like I think he's.
You think he's an asshole?
A huge asshole.
Why do you think he's an asshole?
Are you kidding me, Janine?
Huge.
No.
Asshole.
Why do you think he's an asshole? I think he's a 17-year-old kid, but.
Yeah, he's
why do you think he's an asshole?
Well, most 17-year-olds are kind of assholes.
That's true.
He's an 18-year-old kid.
That is true.
He's still an asshole.
And the reason why I say that is because, and again, if that were my son, he would be sitting in his room, not there, not with a gun. I wouldn't have let him leave the house, because that property can be fixed. That could be replaced.
Well, you have insurance, and that's why
I think the biggest thing is that you guys are not gun owner. Like, New York is totally different. The gun laws in New York are like way strict compared to any other state, basically.
It's nothing to do with, no. It's not even about the gun laws. It's about what's right and what's wrong.
Well, I'm saying, if you wouldn't ever buy a gun, you wouldn't ever carry a gun or have one in your house. Because I know you.
I might.
I know you. I don't think you would ever buy one or carry one or keep one in your house. So
maybe I have
and
one
to
right
tell
now.
you the truth, I was
you don't know.
Your little 4-inch gun, no.
Hey, gun's a gun.
Packing. I was on a case that I was on a jury that had to do with a gun possession. So this was years ago, but I researched and studied the gun laws in New York while I was on the case too, and they told us stuff. But it's crazy what people think the gun laws are in New York as compared to what they actually are.
I have no problem with people owning guns, having guns in their home. What I do have a problem with is
you didn't like that he killed them. Oh, the type of gun?
The type of gun. Of course, the fact that people died, I don't like that, obviously. But what this verdict says to me is that if I wanted to, I could walk down the streets of Kenosha, Wisconsin with a giant gun. And if anybody runs towards me and says they're going to kill me, I could just shoot them dead in the street. It's
Well,
the
that's-
If you
Wild
feel like-
West.
But that's why I said what I said, because although I understand what you're saying, the fact that there was video of this eliminates that ambiguity. If it was this guy was
it happened like I said.
no, but if you say, oh, this guy was threatening me and I shot and killed him, okay, now we have to figure things out. The jury has to decide how much your life was real, because they're taking your word for it versus, well, the other person's dead, but they're taking your word for it. Like I said, in this particular case, it eliminates that a little bit because there was actual video footage of what had
I'm
happened.
not disputing that there wasn't video footage.
And so a jury of his peers looked at that video footage and determined,
yeah,
that-
I get that.
yeah.
That he acted in self-defense. I get that. The
But
problem,
to
Go
go back, I'll let you respond. To go back though, the difference here, Janine, what I'm saying has nothing to do with gun laws. I'm just saying that property is replaceable.
Oh, property. No, it is. But some people, are very. What's the word?
I know. I know.
Of their property, and I get that, of their house.
your house is one thing.
Your house, I think, Frank's tone of voice right there says it all. Your own house is one thing because that's
Your
also
family's
your
in
own
there.
personal safety there too.
Yeah.
Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. If you were walking down the street, I think there's two types of people in this world. If you were walking down the street and someone attempted to mug you, would you fight back, or would you just let them take it?
Depends on the situation. Does he have a gun at my head? Does he have a knife in my back? I'm not going to fight.
It's a
If-
great question though.
If I'm gonna, take my wallet. I don't give a shit. I'm
It's
not.
a-
gonna
it's a-
fight.
it's a great question.
I'm not that type of person, though.
So a guy pulls
I'm
a gun
gonna
on you,
fight
you're gonna
back.
fight him.
I am, and that's just how. That's just
That's
my.
not.
That's just me.
I like you. I love you, but that is not smart. Sorry.
Right.
A guy
But
has
you-
a gun on you,
Right.
and you're gonna fight him with no gun. You have
It's
no.
different though because your life might be in danger too.
Exactly.
He might not stop at the wallet. So this
He might.
Oh,
If you
I
fight
know what
him,
you're
he's
talking
not
about.
gonna stop. The gun's gonna go off.
well, but that's not fair because even if somebody comes up to you and says, "Give me your wallet," and you give them your wallet, that doesn't mean that they're going to stop there. So I understand fighting back in that scenario.
That's fine. But he puts a gun in your face. Here's my wallet. It's not worth.
Okay.
fighting
What about he comes over to you and he doesn't have a gun?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm not gonna
fighting
give him my
back?
gun. I'm not gonna give him
No.
my wallet. I mean, if
Okay, so
someone
if he
just comes up
starts
to me and
punching
says,
you and
"I'll
fighting
punch
you,
him back," I'll fight him. But if he pulls a gun, game's over. I'm not risking my life for my wallet. It's not happening. I'll cancel the credit cards, and you can have the little cash that's in there.
What if your wife is there?
Game over again. Take the wallet and leave us alone. Go. What
oh, it's the big ball factor.
What if he
I-
goes
I see
after
what
your
you're
wife
saying.
though?
do you mean goes after? Like
What if
he's
he-
gonna hurt her or rape her or
Yeah.
something? Yeah, then
Oh.
I fight. But if there's no threat, if he just wants the money and he's gonna leave, bye. Take the money. It's not worth it. It's not worth fighting over. I'm not gonna
But see,
risk
that's
getting
my
me or my
point
wife
is,
killed.
He felt like his life was in danger, and it was either him or the other guy.
But he
and
put himself
if-
there.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't
It
matter.
does.
But then you have to say the same thing about cops then, because they put their life in danger every single day that they go to work.
Yeah, I'm not saying that cops don't have the right to defend themselves. Of course they do.
Okay. But I'm
If
saying
a cop gets
it did-
shot at, he has the right to shoot back or whatever. Guy pulls
What
a gun
about
on a
not
cop.
Right. So then
Cop's gonna shoot back. I get that.
okay, but then now you can't say anything about cops that kill other
Yeah, I
people.
can.
Wait.
I
like,
certainly
cops that
can.
killed other people, that something that looks like a gun, someone reaches in their in their pants or in their jacket for something.
There's
It's the same mentality.
no, it is not. It's not though. I mean, if
Yes,
someone
it
goes like
is.
this, they might be grabbing a gun, but there's ways to take out people. Tasers. There's ways to shoot them. You don't. If they have enough training, cops in America, or I think at least New York, don't quote me, wherever it is. I think it's at least New York. They get like 6 months training and then they're on the job. All around the world, it's like 2 years training. You have to be a little more well trained. I think. I think cops do a great job. I'm not gonna say that there aren't great cops out there, because there are, but I think more training is needed, and I think that not every circumstance has to end with gunfire. I mean, if someone goes like this, they may reaching for the wallet, and I think, there's ways to instruct people, and it's not
The
cut
thing
and
is-
dry every time.
I think you're
But
crazy. I couldn't disagree with you more here, because if you go like this, it's me or
I'm shooting you.
and I'm shooting you
Right.
too. Yeah.
And
Dead.
that's where it comes down to. It's me or
I'm
you.
not. I'm
I
not
And
wish-
that's how
saying-
he felt too.
What I'm
Frank,
saying is,
Frank, I wish I could.
can
I wish
let me
I could.
finish.
I
me
wish I
finish.
could shoot somebody in the leg, but not. You don't really. I don't know if. in
Yeah,
that
me
split
and
second.
you can't, but a 2-year trained guy might be able to
Well, that's
take someone
No.
out without killing them.
That's not true. That's
That's
not
not
true.
true.
But the thing is,
How is that not true?
you don't shoot to kill. You shoot to take down the person and make sure they're not going to get the shot in your chest, because guess
Yeah.
what? They don't care about you. That's
Yeah,
the
I know
whole
that.
thing. So
I
it
get
doesn't
that.
matter if you're on the job for 2 years or 20 years or
No,
50
training.
years.
Training. You need to
But
be
even
learned.
so, every circumstance is so different, because
Of course it is. I'm not
every-
saying it isn't.
somebody's going for their gun or whatever they have in their.
So you
a
say
jacket
cops
or
are
pants.
infallible? They can't do no wrong.
I didn't say that.
So why did you
I
say
didn't
that? I
say
can't
that.
say anything bad about a cop.
I didn't say you can't say anything
Yes,
bad
you
about
did.
a cop, but
You
you're
just
gun.
did.
Because we know a
No.
cop, and we're trying to get PBA cards, asshole. Okay.
It's almost time. I'm
You
not
said
saying.
you can't say anything about cops now. I'm like, yeah, I can.
Well, no, because it's the
certainly
same.
can.
It's the same thinking. It is the same thinking. If you, no matter what, if you think you're gonna die, it's you or them.
I
Whether
get
you're
that.
a cop or
I understand, but cops put themselves, because they're supposed to jump into battle. Basically, they're supposed to be protectors. They're out there because that's the line of duty that they chose to be in. Kyle Rittenhouse is no person of authority. He's a kid, a 17-year-old kid walking down the streets of Kenosha with a gun. For all anybody in that place knew, he could have been an active shooter. So they don't know. It's just a kid with a gun. If he had a badge or a uniform on, they probably wouldn't have bothered him.
that's
And-
not true. Because did you see what they were doing to them, the cops that night? No, the
No,
cops were actually told to stand back, because that's how bad they were treating them. I mean, listen, at that point, those people who
How
were
many
looking to
cops
start,
shot someone that night?
no one, because they were told to stand back.
Yeah. So if Kyle Rittenhouse stood back, like, if he was a cop or a person of authority, maybe he would have been better off trained. But he was just a kid with a gun. Sorry, he shouldn't have been there. And he threw himself into a situation he had no business being in.
See, I think you guys are talking about legal versus asshole. Frank is saying he's an asshole, but
Yeah.
what he did wasn't found to be illegal. He wasn't found to be guilty. That's
So
I think you're talking about two different things. That's why I said, like, I think he's a huge asshole. Just what he did wasn't,
It just boggles my mind that I could walk down the street of Kenosha with a gun, like same gun. And if anybody runs towards me, I can just kill him.
If you feel like your life is endangered, then yes.
But
that's
if
it.
I don't have the gun, it's
You're
not.
forgetting the whole point, though, Frank. Guns, like I said, if you lived in a different state, or if you lived in that state with those set of rules with guns, you
So
I
more
don't even
guns.
have to-
Let's just give everybody a gun. And if
I didn't
anybody walks
say
up
that.
to anybody, well, you
I
can
didn't
just,
say
I
that.
feel threatened, so I'm going to kill you. That's
Nope.
it.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say you
But
said that.
I'm
saying
saying that the gun laws there are totally different, and you live in New York because you want to live here with no
that.
guns.
Nothing to do with the guns. I live here because I was born here. I have nothing.
But you keep saying if I was there with the gun, well, this is what people do. I'm not saying I'm for it or against it, but this is what people do. People go
just
out with
walk
their
around
guns.
with that thing with an
It's true.
AR-15. They just walk around the streets all day.
I'm not saying the streets, but
That's what
they
he
will
did. This is what we're
they
talking
will go
about.
around with it in their car. It's a lifestyle to have. Like, there's people who
get
are
it.
obsessed with guns. So
I understand it, and I have no problem with people owning guns. My problem is when a 17-year-old borrows a gun, walks through the streets saying, I'm going to help people, but has a gun with him because what? If he didn't have the gun and he just had first aid with him, guaranteed no one would have messed with, no one would have bothered him. Guaranteed. If he just had a first aid kit and said, does anybody need help? Anybody need help? He would have been fine. But he went there with a gun.
I don't know.
What? Because he wanted to play cards with people? No, he went there with a gun on the chance he might use it. Why would
Like
you
I
bring
said, it's I'm not a gun owner, but there is a different mentality, and especially in those type of places where, like I said, guns are a lifestyle. It's not like it is here at all.
If what he did wasn't illegal, then the laws are fucked up.
I don't agree with that.
You think the laws are perfectly fine the way they are?
No, I think you should be allowed to defend yourself.
You should be allowed to defend yourself.
If you feel like your life is in danger and
Right.
it's you or them,
Totally.
it's you or them.
I agree. However,
I think Frank, what you're feeling is
Like he's a psychiatrist.
no, I'm just saying, if your life is in danger, I think Frank is upset if it doesn't matter if you put yourself in that situation, which is what Frank can't get past. Because he put himself in that, he didn't have to be in that situation.
he jumped into a
He alone put
riot.
himself in that situation, right?
Let's
According
use
to
the word
the law,
everybody's using. He jumped into a riot and he brought a
Right.
gun with him.
But
So
according
then
to the
people
law,
attacked him.
and a
and he
jury
shot
of his
people.
peers, that part of it doesn't matter.
No.
That's what I said in the last episode.
Which is fucked up. How
There's a
could you just
difference between being
show
an
up
asshole.
with?
Well, all right, like Janine, let me ask you this question: if that was your brother, and your brother was like, "I'm taking my gun and I'm driving 3 states or whatever the fuck he drove to go,"
He drove 20 minutes away. Fact check. There you go.
Okay, 20 minutes. Okay, so your brother says, "I'm taking my gun. I'm going to drive 20." By the way, what was he protecting? What property was he protecting? Was it his or was somebody else's? Right?
I think it was his friend's
Okay.
car dealership.
If
Something
your
like
brother
that.
was going to do that, if your brother's like, I'm getting the gun, I gotta go drive and defend this thing, would you let him go?
I mean, you can't
Or would
stop him. Are you
I know
kidding
you
me?
can't stop, but let's say you could
There's a
hide his.
difference here. Your
let's
brother's
say
a
he
grown
goes,
man.
I'm gonna go get my socks on. I'm gonna be right back and take my gun and go defend this property. And you're looking at his car keys. Would you take him and hide him from him?
like I said, you can't
You wouldn't even
change-
try to. You wouldn't even voice a single objection. You'd be like,
No. Do you know him?
All right. Let's say your husband. I
Absolutely not.
forgot. You don't have control over your brother. Let's say your husband. gets
Oh.
close.
Go ahead, go.
Would you?
That's fucked up. Also, the difference is your husband and your brother, they're grown men. They're in their 30s.
Well,
Kyle Rittenhouse was 17. If
but
your
her
daughter,
husband and her brother act 17.
if your daughter, when she grows up, one of your daughters grows up to be, she's 17 years old, and she says, I'm going here, I'm going to the store, my friend's store, with a gun to defend it against rioters. You'd be fine with that.
I'd be like, we live in New York. You're not allowed to have a gun. Thank you.
Yeah,
Now get your ass back in your room and start making out with that boy again.
What if
You're allowed
what
to
if,
have a gun.
How old
No,
are your
you're not.
kids?
You're not allowed to own a gun in New York.
You have to be at least 21 years of age and have a rigorous background check.
For every single type of gun.
And in the city, you are not allowed to have it, I believe. But on Long Island, you're allowed to have like a shotgun.
Okay.
In
At what
Suffolk
age?
County, you're allowed to have a bazooka. It's different out here.
So can a 17-year-old have a shotgun?
No.
What age?
I think it's 21 years old.
Okay, so your 21-year-old daughter says, I'm taking this shotgun, my friend's shotgun, going to my friend's store and protecting it during this
Here's
riot.
the thing. Did he tell his mom he was doing this? Because
I think his mom dropped him off.
You know, the 17-year-olds. You know, the thing is, Frank, I know it's hard for you to grasp it, but the thing is, it's
That was
such a
condescending,
different.
but go ahead.
No, it's a hard thing to grasp because we were not brought up around guns. We don't
That's not
live
the
where they
point I'm
live.
making. That's not
It
the point
is
I'm
though, because like guns are like, I don't know, softballs to these people. It's not. It's fucking
making.
true.
Huge difference.
I
Can
know,
I ask
but
a
it's
follow up to Frank's question?
Go ahead.
If your 17-year-old daughter says, "Mom, I'm going on a date tonight with Kyle Rittenhouse," would you be happy? Would you be excited? Because he's 17 years older than her, or 13, or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, exactly.
Would that be thrilling?
No. Not as
That might be a
not
little
going.
weird.
Yeah, a little. That's a little little older.
Okay.
Just a bit.
All right.
Don't ever
My
do this to someone.
overall bottom line point is, if the jury and the judge and everybody found what Kyle Rittenhouse did was not illegal, then the laws are fucked up, because that means I could just show up anywhere in Wisconsin with a gun, and if anybody runs towards me, I'll shoot him dead. And I just thought my life was in danger. Guy's running towards me saying he's going to kill me. I have a gun, so I'm going to use it.
I mean, it's a risk because if it's on videotape, it would have to be pretty damn well convincing.
Yeah.
Which this clearly was to the jury.
Right.
I saw it. I mean, the guy ran towards him, and he shot him dead. I mean,
Yeah.
He's going to defend himself. I get it, but you brought, a cannon into a knife fight. It's like you overkill. You showed up to a riot with
It's
a gun.
unnecessary. I still feel I hear what you're saying, Janine, and I said everything I said. I still think it's unnecessary, and I would have never allowed him to go if that was my kid. Never, fucking never.
I think
he would have had hell to pay. I don't give a fuck where we live.
I think this case exposed a lot of flaws.
Well,
in
I don't
gun
think I'm
laws.
not saying that it wasn't dumb for him to go. It's a dumb move to go, but if you feel like it's you or them, and
I get
you're
that.
yeah, that's it. I
But
just
don't jump into the lion's den. If of course it's going to be a fight. If I went to the Bronx Zoo and jumped into the lion cage with a gun, yeah, I might have to use it.
I think
That's
he'd be
what he
arrested
did.
for that.
Oh, but I wouldn't be arrested for walking through a riot in Wisconsin though with the gun. I'd be
Oh,
arrested for
God.
walking into a lion's den though.
Do you have to go back to the Mary Leminski story for you, Frank?
What?
You're right, exactly.
All right, understandable. I feel like everybody's kind of on
Agree to
either side of this.
disagree. At least I know my asshole won't be taken for a pounding. Thanks,
I don't
guys.
care. Say whatever you want in the comments. I really don't
Janine is
care.
going to be. They're going to carry you out on their shoulders. Janine.
On the star tonight.
Apparently nobody sees a problem with two people being dead. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, these guys were scumbags. This has nothing to do with it. Kyle Rittenhouse was a scumbag too.
Okay, but
They're all
He's
scumbags.
not a scumbag
Whatever.
like them.
But what do you say to the fact that it was on video? The jury, regular people,
I know that.
reviewed the information and decided.
I'd have to live with I might not agree with it, but I have to live with it. It's fine. That's what they decided.
Oh,
I'm just saying,
Sam,
I would have
you said
I would be more on your side if there wasn't so much video evidence.
right.
That,
If there wasn't
right.
proof.
The video,
Here's-
I don't. That's not the point to me. Yeah, it happened the way it happened. Everybody saw it. The guy lunged at him and he shot him. My point is, he shouldn't be there as a 17-year-old with a giant gun, and he shouldn't be walking through the riots with the. It's basically you're.
Yeah, I agree, but it
You're
doesn't
looking
make
for
it
a fight.
doesn't make it. I agree. What were you gonna say, Janine?
You said on the last show that the judge went and asked if people who didn't agree with the verdict, and you were like, hey, yeah, how could he do that? Let me tell you, both times that I've been on a case, the judge did ask the jury that.
Like, speak now,
who
forever hold your peace.
Yeah, like who doesn't agree? And one of the cases I did not agree with, but they only needed 6, not 7. So I guess I was the odd man out. So yeah, that's it. It is a weird question.
Well, but they do that because in case anybody was bullied into whatever, it's their
Yeah.
last chance to be like, you know what? No, actually, I disagree.
Yeah, no, I
Well,
get that.
one time, the time that I disagreed, he asked the question after we gave the verdict and went back into the room and talked. And he was like, who didn't agree? Like, did anyone here not agree? And I was like, me, I didn't. And he was like, why? So I told him why. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, but these guys didn't think so. That was a car accident one. But
So then what happened? Did you have to deliberate?
no,
go back
because they had 7 jurors and they only needed 6 to convict.
Didn't have to be unanimous.
Nope.
So then, what does it matter if you what your
I
reason
guess
was?
just in case there was 4 and 3. I don't know why, but
I don't even know why you had to
like,
talk.
okay.
One person
also,
raised their hand. All right, case dismissed. Who cares?
No, that's all right, I guess. But the other trial I was on was a gun one, and that was very interesting because a woman brought a gun on. She checked a gun coming into New York from California, and they arrested her because she didn't have a permit to carry in New York. She only had to carry in California. And when you come here into New York, no matter where you're from, you have to have a permit to carry in New York. So she didn't know that. And she actually tried to sue what's it called in like the airports where they have the cops.
TSA.
Port Authority.
Port Authority, because she said she was mishandled, and everybody was like, no, sorry.
I'm sure there's security footage of that.
No, there wasn't.
That's weird.
There wasn't.
There'd be no security footage in an airport?
Nope.
Especially New York airport?
Well, the thing is, it wasn't in the airport. It was in the police station at JFK.
Still, I feel like there should be security footage all over the place in there. That's weird.
Well, she couldn't prove it. And also, we asked, why did you bring a gun? And she was like, oh, it was my husband's Cornell University, when they meet up after years. What's that called? Come on,
Reunion?
Reunion.
Man.
And I was like,
it's in the water. I couldn't remember
Holy
deposition
shit.
before. Yeah.
I was like, why? We were like, why were you bringing that to there? She's like, just in case I felt unsafe.
Just in case I had to shoot some people.
At Cornell.
Yeah.
That's it.
Trump Jr. is chiming in on this too. He had this brilliant.
Well, it's about time. We were all waiting for what he had to say.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. Who said that?
What, you like them? Some of them are crazy. I'm going through. I'm trying to find his this one particular thing I wanted to talk about, and now I'm having a little trouble finding it.
His family just needs to just move out.
That's what she said.
Go away. It's so annoying already. Just leave the country, please.
Frank, you ain't helping your asshole.
I don't care. I'm not going to change what I'm saying for that.
Here's Rittenhouse giving Biden a colonoscopy, I guess.
Yes.
I get this is kind of silly. He's having a little fun with it. I don't know what this is. Him toasting like
Leonardo
Leo
DiCaprio.
I
forgot that movie's name.
Great Gatsby.
Fauci kills puppies.
Oh, that's an old one.
LGBTQ. Let's get Biden to quit. That had to take. Who came up with that? That had to take some time.
Yeah, exactly.
Censor D's. Cute.
But anyway, he had a photo. Maybe he took it down. Could it be that he deleted something? That would be shocking. There's a Photoshop of his father, President Trump, giving Kyle Rittenhouse the Medal of Honor.
Oh, by the way, I'm mad at you too, but we'll save that for the end.
Mad at us too?
Yeah. I'm a little mad at you too. Well, you'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway, I can't find it now, but the tweet was 2024 with a question mark, like considering that his dad, I guess, would give, which again, like I said in the previous episode, I don't mind when you hit a home run, but don't fucking flip the bat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of this is totally unnecessary. With wait, what did he say about the Asian Muppet? Was it better than what we did? Muppets have races now, so based on the orange, I'm guessing Ernie is a Trump and must be canceled immediately. All right, that's kind of funny.
That is really funny.
I like how he's acknowledging that the Trumps are orange.
That's might have been the funniest thing he's ever said. That's great. All right, anyway, so that's Don Jr. Like, we needed a fucking commentary from Don Jr. The Capitol Riot Committee has subpoenaed Alex Jones and Roger Stone as if we needed this thing to turn into more of a hoopla. By the way, where's Bannon? Is he in prison? I don't even know. Has there been a follow-up to that?
He's surrendered, so I don't know if he's...
I saw this documentary, by the way.
Yeah, didn't it look like just a regular tourist visit?
The 4 hours at the Capitol?
That's what the Republicans are saying. That it looked like just a regular tourist tour.
Now you're generalizing, Frank.
I'm not saying all the Republicans. I'm saying a lot of the Republicans in Congress are saying that.
Did you watch the 4 hours at the Capitol?
Yep.
What'd you think?
Crazy. I can't believe that they got in. Like, to me, like, I don't even know how. Like,
enough people, man. They just forced their way through.
It's crazy.
What was crazy?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say what was crazy is they had gotten in while they were still fighting super hard on the other side of the Capitol to keep them out. That just shows how absolutely chaotic the whole scene was.
Yeah. I don't think that they thought that many people would come and actually try to get in. Like, I really don't think they didn't have enough manpower.
Oh, definitely not.
I mean, they had like a few cops hanging out, and then they had to actually call, DC police because they were completely overrun. No, they definitely were not.
I agree. And the second that because where was the press conference? The rally was it in front of the White House, right?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know, but they walked from there.
Yeah.
Was it the White House? No, it wasn't. It was
close enough. It's around there somewhere.
I thought it was in front of the White House. Anyway, as soon as Trump said, "Let's march to the Capitol," they should have had more officers.
Yeah, I know.
Immediately.
I love how Trump in his speech was like, "I'm going to be there with you," and then went into the White House.
Yeah. Would you? I want to hear your full. I'm not going to interrupt you. I want to hear your full thoughts on it, Janine.
I mean, like, what did these people actually think that they were going to do when they went in there? That's what I want to know. Like, what did they think what was going to happen if they got inside? Like, I don't think, here's my thinking too. I don't think that they thought they would get inside.
Oh, no. Because once they got in there, they didn't know what the fuck to do.
Exactly.
Well, you heard people going, this is a revolution. We're taking over the government. They were probably, if they could have, I'm just speculating, if they could have, they were probably going to take some of the representatives, I would think, hostage and be like, this is what we want.
Did you watch it, Frank? Did you watch
I watched the first hour of it, or 40 minutes of it.
What happened?
It was like late at night. I had
to
go to bed. It was like 1 a.m. Okay.
I think because when they got inside, they were just like, they were acting. This is how they were acting. Like when the bell rings and you go out in the class in the hallway. And they were like, what do we do? Let's,
Looked like they were looking for the chambers, though, where Mike Pence was.
I don't know. I don't think there was some points like they kept running up and down the steps, but they didn't know. They didn't know what they were looking for. They didn't know what to do.
Their marching orders were from Trump and Giuliani. Giuliani, let's take it back by force, was his words.
Oh, God.
Well, I really that's what he said.
I know, but I don't think that they really thought they would get in there. I really don't think that they thought that.
I actually agree with both of you. I think if they find Pence strolling the hallways, he's fucking dead. I don't think he makes it out of there alive.
Definitely not.
I think that they at the same token, they really had no idea what to do, because if you watch, and spoiler alert a little bit here for people, there's one point where they literally get to where they're trying to go. Do you remember that? And there were 4 officers standing there, and the one officer that was talking to them, he kind of says, like, I have no idea why they listened to me. He's like, I just tried to stay calm and talk to them. And he was like, they were right there. They would have blown by us, and that would have been it. There would have been nothing we could do. They would have had access to all the people in Congress. But for whatever reason, in, right? that group, what? Yeah.
But they did get in once
they got in, but they were literally roaming around, had no clue where to go, what to do.
Right.
Then they start going up they're chasing that one black cop up the stairs. He's trying to get them to stop.
He steered them away.
He did steer them away. Then after that, they get to a point where they're literally at where they need to be. The Congress, they're on the other side. All the representatives are on the other side of this door.
Oh,
and there was 4 cops standing there, and there was 40, 60 people, whatever, by the time it was all said and done. And they just turned around and walked away after a couple minutes of talking to the cops. And the cop said, he's like, I don't know why.
What did he say? Do you remember what he said to them?
I can't remember. Do you remember what he said exactly, Janine? I can't remember what he said, but I just remember him saying something to the effect of, like, I don't know why they didn't charge me or keep going. Like, I don't know what it was that made them stop. But
here's the thing, though.
Literally right there.
To me, I don't think he was like terrified of them, because when he was like, it was almost like he was like ushering them to go up a different way.
At least the cop, that one cop.
Yeah,
that's why he was given. I think he was given the Medal of Freedom for that.
But it was plain dumb luck, because in the other 2 instances where that sort of thing happened, one, that girl was killed. Mm-hmm. And the other instance where that kind of happens is that main hallway where the inauguration takes place, and they fought and pushed on that for what seemed like an hour or so.
Well, you know what really surprised me? That nobody was actually, or tons of people were not killed because of being like trampled on or just crushed, and no one actually died of being crushed, which is crazy to me, because there's so many people just pushing and shoving.
That's why you look at the Astroworld thing and you're like, these were 2 similar events.
Yes, exactly.
One, 8 people died, and the other one, nobody died in that fashion.
I think the difference, I could be wrong, I think the difference is it looked like they were walking up to the Capitol, and once they got there, then they started pushing. But in Astroworld, they were like, everybody just fucking charged. Yeah. When they weren't charging from way back, they were walking up to the Capitol. Once they hit the barricades, then they pushed through.
Right. And there wasn't barricades on all sides. Like, there wasn't barricades on all sides, like at the Capitol, which that's how they got in, was the side. Like, and you know what's funny? Like, a lot of people too didn't realize that other people had got in first. So that's why so many didn't get in, because there was just too much pushing and shoving. But the way they treated those cops, I'm sorry, that was just,
it's fucked up.
It's crazy.
No, it was everybody. Listen, a lot of them got jail sentences, and now they're getting all these subpoenas out there. Alex Jones, Roger Stone, your best friend there, I forget his name.
Bannon.
It's
not my best friend.
Even the reporters covering it, they couldn't believe it either.
Yeah. It's disgusting behavior, right? What they did to these are all these fucking star-spangled awesome assholes, and they're treating the cops like that. It's terrible.
Right. But it's like, that's what you stand for, but
law and order. Fuck you.
Do you think that Trump is culpable at all in any of this?
I think, and I always think this with not just him, just in general, you can't be you're responsible for your own actions. So if someone tells you to do something and you do it, that's on you.
So that's Charles Manson was innocent.
Even though he kind of said to do it, and then Giuliani said to do it, and then.
Well, the thing is too, I still don't think that he thought that was going to happen. Trump. But I don't think that he thought that.
Maybe not. But when it was happening, his efforts to stop it were bullshit.
I was going to ask you that next. He did 2.5 hours, I think, passed 3 hours before
what I want to know, because I didn't see this, is how long from when he said to leave did it actually take them to leave?
4 hours. Was it 4 hours at the Capitol?
No, I think
from when he said it.
Yeah, from when he said it, they left almost instantaneously.
Right.
And it wasn't long until everybody started saying, "Oh, he said to leave now," and they all started to go home. But
Because I can't imagine you be on your phone when posting a German man like.
If he has that kind of influence, then he should know that what he says, people are going to take him seriously.
But see, the thing is, like, for me personally, I can never be like swayed by someone like that. So I can't. To me, that's crazy.
I totally get it. I mean, I totally understand.
Like, how could? But even like, I'm not just talking about him. I'm talking like religion and all that other. Like, how could one person? How could you be so focused on a person or a subject that you'll just do whatever?
Yeah.
To me, that's just. I don't know. That's insanity.
Some people wield great power over others.
Yeah, but how? And how can I get that?
Okay, so here's
seriously, how can I get that? It's crazy. Like I said, I don't think he thought that would happen. I think that the people there didn't think that they would actually get in.
Listen, I could understand what you're saying. But the fact is that when he found out that it was happening, he still did nothing for a few hours.
So he gave the speech at encouraging over an hour speech at 12:49 is basically when it ended. It looked like the speech. Then at 4:17, a video of Trump was uploaded to Twitter where he instructed, "You have to go home now." 15 minutes later, the DC National Guard was deployed. So it was like 4 hours from when he said it at a speech.
I mean, I understand that. I think the real important timeline is when he was first notified of it, and then how long it took him to do something about it.
You don't think he was notified
or to get the message
immediately?
No.
Well, so according to a couple of senators and Congress people, they were calling and saying it right away. And also, you have the vice president there, so it's not like the Secret Service isn't aware of what's happening and relaying that back to where they're headquartered, which is the White House. So,
and now Trump doesn't want any of the records released of all the phone calls that he got on January 6th. He doesn't want it. Why? Why not? If it was all above board, no, don't release them. He's fighting like tooth and nail to get them, to have them not released.
I didn't love it then. I don't love it now. I don't know.
Exactly.
I thought it was a disgrace of what he did. I thought that and him not showing up at the inauguration were two of the worst things that he's ever done.
I know you don't like that.
I don't.
You never like. It's like when your friend gets a promotion and you really wanted it, and you're not going to show up just to be like, "Oh, I wanted that, so I'm not going."
Yeah.
Is that how you feel?
No, it's just not classy. I think you should show some class. I think every president has conceded. Everybody who's lost an election, presidential election, has conceded. Every president who's lost has sat there and watched the next person get sworn in.
Just say it. He's a baby.
He was the first one that didn't. And I think that's a
giant baby.
What about Hillary and Trump?
What about Hillary and Trump?
Well, obviously she didn't show up, but her body double did.
Okay, good one. That was good. I'll give you that.
All right, the bullshit cable news wars continues as over the weekend.
Can we have a happy story, please?
Yeah, I'll get into it.
All right.
Jim Acosta called Tucker Carlson the bullshit factory employee of the year.
Yeah, because he did a January.
Well,
6th.
Frank's going to agree with this, so.
Yeah.
I mean.
I just think it's fan. Here's the clip.
I guess I don't have to talk.
It's quite American because she spent part of her childhood in Canada, has put you over the top. We once honored you with the distinction of Bullshit Factory Employee of the Month. But now that 2021 is coming to an end, we decided to recognize you as our first ever Bullshit Factory Employee of the Year. That's right, Tucker. You've earned it.
I can't believe this is cable news. I mean, I know I say that all the time, but this is fucking CNN, and they're giving out a Bullshit Factory of the Year award to Tucker Carlson. I mean, these are children at a fucking playground.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
I can't. Like Trump and Fox and all these people, they curse on TV and they bring the bar so low. But CNN says bullshit on the air, and all of a sudden that's up. How low are we gonna get now?
again, I think it's not classy. Like, you know,
No, it's not. But the bar is so low now, it doesn't matter.
I guess so. That's why I can't get wrapped up in any of these cable news networks, because I just think it's it's WWE. They're all fucking laughing their way to the bank, just stealing money from advertisers. Nobody's fucking watching these shows compared to how many people are consuming other forms of entertainment. And they're acting like they're all the moral authority here.
Well, but the point
both
is,
suck. At the end of the day, they both suck. They both suck nuts.
Okay.
D's nuts. Go ahead, Frank.
Well, he did that. He did this report. Like the final straw was Tucker Carlson did a January 6th a show about January 6th. And in that, he referred to it as it was like another day, like a tour of the Capitol.
Yeah.
So, in that sense, that was bullshit.
Huge asshole. I mean,
he's a gigantic asshole.
I get it. Like,
he's
even
admitted. He's admitted that he lies just so he could win an argument. He's admitted that in an interview.
I know a few people like that.
That's what I'm saying. How could you follow him anymore? How could you follow that anymore? If he bullshits through just so he could win an argument, he'll just lie. How's that a news reporter?
I don't know. I wouldn't have let Jim Acosta go on the air and say that if I was his boss. I'd have been like, let it go, or let it speak for itself.
Well, you know what it is? It's like they're both like SNL parodies of each other now. That's just the bottom line. Sorry.
Basically.
Well, I'm sorry, and you go, typical Frank answer. But this all started fucking 4 years ago. This bullshit.
Oh, here we go.
Everything's a parody now.
You just better.
Everything's a fucking
open
joke.
Up wide.
Ever since we elected a game show host as president, everything becomes a fucking joke.
Where do you want to go next? My Crazy Christmas Weekend or Jsabs' other podcasts? Or Frank's
I want to know what other podcast I have. So let's go there.
Let's go there. That's fine.
And why I'm mad at you. I'll sneak that in.
Oh, and then you're mad. Well, yeah, where do you want to be? Because you're probably going to be more mad at me at the end of this podcast conversation.
Why are you mad at us?
I didn't get an invite
to
play some cards.
To play cards?
No, be mad at him then. He did that.
Yeah, I know.
Not on me.
You don't play. I didn't know you play cards.
I can't believe that you didn't invite.
Do you play? You want to come?
The third of your triangle podcast here.
You never said that you play cards. I didn't know you play cards. Do you play Texas Hold'em?
Frank is sexist, everyone.
That sounds sexist. No, you're saying.
Do you play Texas Hold'em? I have no problem with women playing. Do you?
Okay. Game on.
Do you play Texas Hold'em?
Yes, I have. I don't play it right now, but yes, I have. And actually, I played a few times.
You're
with the group, not with you, unfortunately.
I'll invite you next time.
That doesn't sound sincere.
No, it doesn't.
You want me to?
He's like this. I'll invite you next time, you fucking Republican.
Next time I have a poker night, you are invited.
Wait, Frank, you told me no Republicans allowed when you invited me.
That's incorrect.
Was it?
There's half.
So you were definitely invited then, Anthony.
I was invited.
Because Anthony
Did you
played
go?
cards in the past.
Well, I got invited with the other Democrats who were like Democrats first. That we priority seating.
Okay. Did you?
Which was insulting to me as an independent.
Right, and you were vaxxed, so I get it.
That's no. You have to be vaccinated to come to the poker game.
I get it.
Yeah.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go. I don't like associating with Frank outside of this podcast. I don't like associating with him on this podcast.
Okay.
So.
All right, Frank.
Oh, so that answer you accept, but not knowing you play cards, that's not a good answer.
That's upsetting too.
I thought it was no girls allowed.
To me talk.
That's what I thought.
I know.
It was.
When did you ever say you played cards?
Frank, I've said this before. You choose not to listen.
I can't. See, you're just like Tucker. You lie just to win the argument.
No, I really have said this before.
All right, you're invited. You want to come hang out with 9 idiots, 10 idiots? Then you can play.
Farting all over the place.
There's a lot of that. You're more than welcome.
That's okay. I'll remember
so
that.
now you don't want to go.
No, I want to go and I want to smell everyone's farts.
That's what it is. So you're more than welcome to enjoy.
I want to know about my other podcast now because I didn't know what other podcasts I have.
Can I tell you something? I was just looking at the preview, and I saw two of Janine's actual feed, and then the podcast thing I'm going to bring up, and I panicked for a second because I'm like, oh, what did I do wrong? But look, Janine hosted.
Oh God, no!
Her and an entire podcast unto herself.
No, it wasn't myself. It was not myself.
Wow!
Oh my God! Please.
Now, well, I can't talk about this. You publicly.
It's okay. It's not a podcast.
Well, I don't know. It looks like a podcast to me.
It was a Q&A session with a doctor.
Okay, Frank. Guess how long said Q&A session was?
No, now I gotta go.
How long said an hour.
This non-podcast. Guess how
1
long?
hour.
It's like 2.5 hours.
Oh boy.
Wait. Look at this sexy hunk of man meat that she talked to on this fucking thing. Look at this guy. First of all, it looks like Frank's brother's father-in-law.
You think it looks like him?
Look how sexy this guy is. Is it because Frank and I aren't this good looking, or has this guy's wealth? Is that what it is?
I'm getting a little hot right now.
How do we get you to stick around longer?
I like
Wealth,
the bookshelf
knowledge.
as a background. I gotta work on my
We got to get some
background.
books. You got a fucking backwards coat rack. And
It's not backwards.
well, it used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah. We got to get some books.
You think he read all those books? I don't think he read all those books.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
He's very smart.
This
Does
guy
he
is
read
really
all those
smart. Do you
books?
want to tell everybody who this guy is? Dr. Kofinas?
Yes, he actually is a maternal fetal medicine doctor. I went to him after I lost my first, and he basically figured out what happened, what to treat me with so I would have a baby, a live baby. And so he was my doctor for my second and third daughter. And he just wrote a book. So that's why I interviewed him for Star Legacy. So I'm helping him promote something too.
Do you see why I'm upset, Frank? 2 hours of work.
promoting.
She had research. Wait, hold on. There's fucking slides.
You're
Wait,
upset.
look at this.
You're upset at her for promoting a charity.
Yeah, look, I'm mad at her. Look. She's got fucking slides. Look, that's fucking slides.
When's the last time you prepared this much for our podcast?
She can't even plug in her own microphone. She gets mad at me because I got to plug in this thing. I go,
How many times did you yawn during this 2 hour thing?
I watched all 2 hours
No, you
seething
didn't.
with anger. Just angry.
Oh,
How many
God.
times did you fiddle with the microphone and yawn?
I feel it with something else. Do you see him?
Ah,
By the way, I also like how you cried within the first 4 minutes. I'd love for you to start crying on the first 4 minutes of this show.
Oh God, I do cry right before I get on. I'm like,
Yeah.
do I have to go on? You really did watch it a little bit?
I watched the whole thing. I'm very supportive.
No, you didn't.
Look at this. This is Frank.
hands-
This is a inside of a girl's vagina. Take a look.
I noticed you didn't give it a thumbs up.
Well, I wanted to do that publicly on the.
Good.
Boom.
Great.
And by the way, there's a link in the description below. For fuck's sake, 71 of you. If you love Janine, go watch this thing and give it the thumbs up. I mean, she deserves far more than this. Where were you taking questions from, by the way? Zoom? Okay, here's the other thing. You want to know what really upset me? She calls me up and asks me all these questions. How do we do this? How does this work? This and that. I go, I'm here for you. Whatever you need. I was like, I will set it up. I said, you could use our virtual studio, like whatever you need to get it done. Doesn't use any of our shit. Didn't listen to anything I fucking said.
No.
Like everything just totally like,
You know what? He wanted to use Zoom, which is, I was like, okay, I'm not going to argue with this guy. So that's why.
Are you blaming your guest? Is that what it is?
No, really. I was like,
How did you
I'm
get 2
not
hours on
worthy.
Zoom?
I'm not worthy.
Did you pay for Zoom?
It's Star Legacy. So
Hold on. I think this is
Nice.
Janine's actual vagina. Take a look. I think that's it. Is that
There
it?
you go.
it's not my vagina. Oh God, get me off.
No, wait. Hold on. Here. Let
Done.
me go back. Here. This.
Oh,
Why are you so not? Why do you not want
Wait.
to see yourself on this
All right,
thing?
for everybody who's looking, on the left is Janine's vagina, and on the right is Frank's. So
that's Frank's
Hey.
asshole after last show.
yeah. No, okay. All right. So here's the thing, too. Here's my problem. I got angry after watching this because why doesn't everybody listen to this fucking guy? It seems like he's got the solution, and nobody, your first fucking doctor didn't know the ass from the elbow, didn't listen to any fucking thing.
Here's the thing. He's a maternal fetal medicine, which is a high risk doctor. So basically, he doesn't care about me. He cares about the baby. So he
Sounds a little cold for a doctor.
well, it's true. That's what your OB is for. Your OB cares about you. He cares about the baby. But people only go to him if they're high risk. So I mean, I personally think that every person should be high risk because how do you know what's going on if there's no sonogram between 20 and 36 weeks? But thank you, health insurance, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll be honest with you, a lot of doctors don't agree with his thinking or his research because he thinks outside the box and actually wants to change things instead of just, keeping things the same way as they are. And, maybe it'll get better in, 50 years.
Hold
See,
on.
I
You're
thought he
saying
was-
the vagina doctor thinks outside the box?
Damn it, Anthony! You stepped on my joke.
I was going
you
to say
dick.
that too. I was going to say, that's what she said.
Damn it!
Sorry.
See, you got me all riled
What
up.
was yours, Frank? Because every time I do this, you always have a better one.
I was gonna say something like I don't even know. He's thinking inside. I got nothing. I
Okay.
forgot what I was gonna say. It was in the moment. I lost it.
All right, I won that one. It's okay. I could win one.
Yeah,
every
that's
now and
fine.
then.
You get that one.
So
Okay.
I was really nervous because I honestly I think extremely high of him.
Mm.
And I think he's a genius, not to mention terribly attractive.
Yeah,
Is he
I had a
homeless?
boner watching.
No.
Okay.
And he's just, oh God, I could just go on and on about him. Like the first time I met him, Gaetano was like, "You like him, don't you?" And I was like, "Shut up, get out of here." But he's very, like I
Professional.
said, a lot of, he is, even though I made a
am not
couple of-
professional.
I made a couple of jokes, a few times in there, and he got them and
laugh?
he left. Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It's tough to be Janine's mother. I can't imagine being her vagina doctor. That's got.
Can I tell you one thing that he said? That
yeah.
is, I forgot when I was pregnant with my second, the first few weeks, he said something. He's like, you can have sex, but you can have orgasm. So I go, I'm sorry, what's that?
Poor guy. Come on.
And he was hysterical because he didn't expect me to say that. Because I was very I was professional on there.
Yeah.
That's how I'm nervous around. If I get professional and very rigid, I'm very nervous. But I asked him if he would want to do this Q&A, and he agreed, and I was like, totally fangirling. I mean, totally fangirling.
Did he
okay?
deliver your kids?
No, he doesn't deliver.
He doesn't deliver.
My OB, yeah, you just go see him through your pregnancy.
Got it.
But
So what does he do? Is it a lot of voodoo and stuff? Is there smoke signals? What is it?
he looks at what the biggest thing is. He looks at the placenta through the ultrasound, which a lot of doctors don't.
Why wouldn't they look at
He-
Yeah,
the
that was the thing. He goes, yeah, got to watch out for the holes in the placenta. I'm like, how do other doctors not have this fuck? And I don't want to take away from him because it sounds like he wrote a nice book, but it sounds like I could write that book in 3 sentences, which is you should check the placenta for holes. I mean,
Yes, check everything that's not originally there before you're pregnant.
yeah, I don't know how else he filled 400 pages or however long. How big is this book?
It's almost 300 pages.
Yeah, see, that should be a page and a half. I don't understand.
Yeah,
He
check
just
all
he,
the things.
He for example, after I lost my first, I visited 2 other high-risk doctors, and I interviewed them, and they basically said, well, sometimes these things just happen. And I'm like,
That's
I'm
good
not,
enough.
Yeah, you weren't gonna take that.
I'm
Yeah.
not taking that. And
Yeah.
I
Not
said,
gonna-
well, I found out I have these blood clotting genes. And they were like, oh, everybody has that. Okay, well, oh, what she said was half the world has that. Okay, well, what am I going to do to fix it? And they really didn't have an answer. And then they said that they wouldn't give me an ultrasound until 28 weeks. I go, well, what about from 5 weeks to 28 weeks? Oh, you could just go to your regular OB for that. So, but I went to him every 2 weeks, and he would give me an ultrasound every single time. So, and he looked at everything. That's the whole difference.
Why wouldn't a regular OB/GYN, why wouldn't they look at the placenta, the this, the that, all the things that make up pregnancy? Why wouldn't they look at all of it? Why are they missing? Why are they leaving out things?
Some are trained, but not the way he is, and not the way he trains his staff either.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean,
I know.
here's a woman's body, then you add a baby with all the stuff that has to make a baby. Why would you check 50% of the things that have to make a baby? That
I
doesn't
mean, it
make
sounds
any
like Frank
Sure.
could be a doctor.
I mean, really.
right with all the terms I'm using. Things, check the things.
Check the things out.
Check the thing. But it wasn't a podcast. It was just a Q&A session. There might be another one.
See,
Episode
That's two.
2. Is that what you're saying? It's going to be a regular thing.
See,
Here's
there are
what-
No.
podcasts. There are podcasts that are only a few episodes.
Yeah.
Those exist.
If you come on the next episode and cry in the first 4 minutes and have slideshows of Frank's vagina, you'll be forgiven. But just shy of that, I can't. I
Or
won't
his
allow it.
asshole.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Pick one. All right.
Same difference.
Pick a hole.
All right, so go watch the Dr. Kofina. It was crazy to see. It's crazy to the woman that we all know and love. Miss, that's what she said, and fuck this and fuck that. It was crazy to see her
All
sit
buttoned
down
up,
with a
straight
doc.
laced.
Wait, really? You really did watch some of it?
It was like the first time you saw a teacher outside of the classroom. You're like, what? The
Totally
fuck is
opposite.
You
this?
have no authority over me.
Oh, so you did get a different vibe from me then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I could see when we got professional Janine in the
God.
fucking, yeah.
Very, buttoned up. And so, doctor, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. You're very smiley and giggly.
Doctor.
For those of you who,
there's
who
none
know
of that.
me, yeah. And you even referenced, you did have like a,
Yep, there's none of that either.
like, I'm so happy. Yeah. Why didn't it fucking get 2 hours? The fucking thing never fell once in 2 hours.
We've been on for an hour and a half here. It's fallen like 50 times.
The fuck? I go, my wife goes, turn that off. How long are you going to watch that for? I'm like, it's 45 minutes in and she hasn't saluted anybody yet. I don't know what's going on here. I can't fucking.
Oh, but you
All
think
the
he's
help I
handsome
could.
too, right?
By the way, you want to know what drove me the most crazy?
Oh no.
Why that's fucking
Oh,
star
God.
in the corner? Who did that?
Oh, not me.
I could have fixed that for you.
Oh God.
What would you have done?
Great free screen too. Asshole. Take
That's
it
what,
off.
that's the face you made because we can't see your hands while he was talking. That's basically what was happening.
Oh God, I'm getting all hot now.
Yeah.
That
That's
more
her
than
podcast
50% of the time, there is no known reason
Oh,
for
God.
stillbirth.
Please, no,
And
no.
Listen to how
it was very
professional.
hard for me to accept that because I'm
Listen.
a person who needs to know answers, and I needed to know why.
She needs answers, Frank.
Damn it.
So my friends recommended Dr.
Okay,
Kofinas.
okay, come on. Like nice
Don't
freeze.
you want people to view this thing? Why would
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
be
but
out
I
there?
hate watching. I hate.
Wait,
watching
listen to this
myself.
guy. What accent is this?
Common issue when people
Look at me.
ask
Oh,
me,
I'm
what am I
into it.
doing really? I mean,
Greece.
what am I? By definition and by my diplomas on the wall.
What
I'm
fucking
not-
accent is that? Sexy
from-
doctor. That's what
he's-
it is.
He's from Greece.
Oh, is that it? Oh, Kofinas. I should have seen that one coming.
Yeah,
Jesus.
stop making fun of the Greeks.
Yeah. Okay. I think I see a gyro back there. All right.
That's cute.
So that's Jsabs podcast. Did we get
Congratulations on the new show.
Yeah, way to go.
It was one show. Maybe there'll be another one.
What was the OnlyFans version of this episode? I didn't see that.
Oh boy.
It was when I visit his office.
Yikes.
Um,
Welcome to my orifice.
Where do you want to go here? Weekend Christmas Adventures, the French Black Alien, or where do you want to go?
What's French
Weekend
Black
Christmas.
Alien? Okay, we'll do that. Weekend Christmas. I don't care. That's fine with me.
You gave up on
My
it?
phone's gonna die, so
All right, let's do this. I full disclosure, at this moment, it is Monday, November 22nd. My Christmas tree is up, and
the
the
fuck out.
outside
I
of
gotta
my
go.
house is
Love it.
decorated.
Love it. Well, it's over.
Let me tell you about the day I had on Saturday. This is why I didn't make the card game. We left our house at 10 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get back home until 7 o'clock at night.
shit from this place.
We went to 4 Christmas tree farms.
Why?
Here's what it is. Not that I don't love to celebrate Christmas early. You know, I like a nice Lifetime Christmas movie where
God.
a young marketing professional returns to her small town home to save the family farm with grandma's Christmas cookie recipe. I love it. I'll be there for that all the time. But my cousin's getting married one weekend coming up here. The other weekend we've got friend's Christmas party, and I have another dinner in the city. So I got 2 weekends where I can't do shit, you know, and not to mention it's Thanksgiving weekend. So if I didn't do it this weekend, we wouldn't have had a tree up until the day after Christmas. So we kind of had no choice. But we went to 4 fucking Christmas tree farms to try and find a Christmas tree, and there was no trees.
No
Oh
trees.
God! Don't tell me this because
Trees are coming. I don't like. They're saying there's going to be a Christmas tree shortage, which I have a hard time believing. I feel like this is just like pandemic talk now. Like there's got to be a shortage for everything.
that's the excuse for everything. So
Yeah, but we went to so we usually put up like a 12-foot tree, right? Last year during the pandemic, there was a concession to do 11 feet. My wife was like, "You can take a foot off." Then
12 feet. What the fuck?
we do. We put
Rockefeller Center?
Yeah, we do. We got a little Rockefeller Center in the living room.
Nice.
So we went down. We went down to 9. Well, I would say. Well, I think it's 10 feet actually, but maybe it's 9.
oh,
feet.
she's does not happy about that. I know this. We already spoke about this. Go ahead.
But we spent the whole day out. This Christmas tree farm, that Christmas tree farm, this lot, that lot. Couldn't find shit anywhere. Then we went to where the fuck did we go? Yeah, Home Depot. We went up getting a tree at fucking Home Depot. At the end of the day.
That's why
I know. That's
my
where I've gotten
tree-
mine the last 40 years.
That's why my tree sits in a box. I bring it upstairs.
I can't even. You fake tree people. I can't.
Fake
take
tree's
it.
the way to go,
I
baby.
can't take it.
No, I have to do a real tree now.
Oh,
Why?
the smell of a real tree.
The last 8
They have
years.
candles
have
for
been
that.
Real.
And plug in fucking air fresheners for that.
A very Glade Christmas. Is that what you're doing?
It's fine with me. I don't need a real tree with the sap and the needles all over the place.
Oh,
Fuck
it's the
out of
best.
here. Water. And I can't do it.
But we
You gotta
stupid.
drag it out to the curb and throw it out.
I wound up buying like all new lights for the outside. This is how psychotic we are. When the LED lights came out, we went out and bought all the
Yes.
LED lights.
Same here.
Okay. And then 3 or 4 years into the LED Christmas light craze, they came out with warm LED lights.
Yeah, those are better.
Which have that old golden glow to them. The way
We did
the
that
old-
too. Oh my God.
So it's been years. So 2 or 3 years ago, we changed our Christmas tree because I couldn't take those cool white bulbs anymore. And the outside of the house, we've been kind of like just every year, we're like, we're going to change it. We never did. This year, we finally fucking changed it. Because I
You
couldn't
bit the
take
bullet.
it. We bit the bullet and we did it. Yeah. But it was like, we did 10 hours. I did fucking 10 hours outside of the house looking for a stupid tree. We
That's
buy
way too
it,
long.
get back to the house, put the thing in the stand. Next day we get up, decorate the tree. Then it was like 60 degrees on Sunday. So we're like, let's decorate the outside of the house because who wants to be out there freezing their ass off in a couple of weeks? So we ran out, decorated the outside of the house. So now I'm sitting there. I got 14 boxes in the living room with a half decorated Christmas tree, but it's up.
That's
That
what she
fucker
said.
is up.
You know
I'm all
what?
for it.
I'll be honest. I've been wanting to decorate a little bit earlier this year. I haven't done it yet.
I say November 1st, baby. Let's go.
We're still fucking. I'm telling you this. Just like we did Christmas early after 9/11.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing now. And I feel like it's even more so now than last year, because last year there was still that scare of like, fuck, can we be, can family come in? Can we travel? Can we this? Can we that? There was still that fear factor there last year, where this year I feel like people are like, fuck it. I want my Christmas to be Christmas, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, I'm all for decorating early, getting a jump started, because it makes you feel good. It's you put up the thing in November. If you walk around or you drive around, you see Christmas stuff up. It's nice. Why would you ever look at that and go, what the fuck? It's nice to see.
No, mine
to
stuff
see
goes
lights up.
It goes up this weekend.
That's great.
Yeah.
Get it up I say get the decorations up as early as you can.
I got to tell you, I mean, I'm getting a little anxiety because we still got to finish putting up stuff. But this idea of putting it up right before Thanksgiving so that you could literally just sit there and enjoy.
Yeah, that's smart.
Like, I'm kind of like looking forward to that, because usually there's so much shit. Like, these 4 weeks go by so friggin' fast.
Yeah, after
That's
Thanksgiving, it's a dash to Christmas. It's a run.
Yeah. And then we went in the midst of, like, right before we got the tree, we went to Hobby Lobby. Have you seen this fucking place?
Oh, yeah.
This is like porn for women. This shaved 3 years off my fucking life, because we go in there. They got Star Wars stuff, Grinch stuff, and everything that a 30-year-old woman that I could never excite my wife the way fucking Hobby Lobby did.
Let me tell you something. You know what my idea, like my fantasy, is Dr. Kofinas in Hobby Lobby.
Oh God.
And it's 50% off Christmas decorations.
Everything is 50% off there. Everything is 50% off. I've never seen anything like it. And then you had kids are welcome, and kids are welcome to break ornaments as much as they'd like. We heard it was like a war zone. There was, you ever hear a Christmas ornament break? It's like an explosion.
Yeah.
Kids were just knocking ornaments down, blowing them up. They were going, people were like, And the employees, they were literally like kicking the shit. Night, like, let me sweep up this glass so nobody gets hurt. They were literally shuffling it to the side of the aisle with their shoes. Like, it'll be fine. Like, somebody's gonna come and clean this up.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby. It's definitely an aphrodisiac, definitely. But damn,
I've never seen more horny middle-aged women
Go to Home
in
Goods.
one place.
Home Goods.
gotta go.
No,
Or Marshalls.
I'm telling, Home Goods, Marshalls, Michaels, like, you fucking name it. There's nothing like Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is on a
Michaels.
different.
I like Michaels.
Hobby Lobby's on a different level, because here's the difference. It's Michaels with a lot more 50% off stickers, and that is terribly exciting.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Michaels
women
is
walking
good.
around going, we should put this in the foyer.
That's Home Goods.
Ralph, it's 50% off. We should get it.
But
And
I
then-
need it, Daddy.
Yeah. And then
There's a Home Goods by us. We just walked in there last week once, and we were like, we could dump a paycheck here. It's just,
oh yeah.
it's just insane. And it's not,
Same here.
I thought it would be really expensive, because the last couple of times I've ever gone into a Home Goods, you look at, there's like a chair, it's like $500. What the fuck? But then you look at the things that you would actually buy at a Home Goods, and it's like $4, $5. I could do that,
Yeah.
But if you're looking to buy furniture, Home Goods might not be. It's a little expensive.
But my wife, I had 3 children there that day. I had my 2 kids and my wife, and all 3 of them were asking me for stuff at the exact same time. My wife literally said to me, she's like, I need one of these gold cones.
Oh yeah.
And it was a
never
gold. It
You
was
never
like
know
a
when you're gonna
cone
need a
tree.
cone.
Christmas tree.
Yeah. She's like, I need one of these. I'm like, I've never heard you say that, like, ever. And then, like, my wife doesn't really socialize well, but women, just strange women, were coming up to them going, did you see the garland that they have? It's fantastic. And like, another woman would be like, I know, look how lovely this is. Like, it was like, you
Meet lifelong friends in there. You really do.
You do make lifelong friends in there. Yeah. Yeah. It's like soldiers going out to war, only it happens in 45 minutes, with 50% off stickers everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It would be like if you got, like, if there was a fantasy camp for like, if you got to go into the chocolate factory with Charlie. That's kind of what it felt like, where you were like there was
Or the Millennium Falcon, Frank.
Thank you.
right.
Something I can relate to.
But there was a lot of Star Wars stuff there too, which didn't help because the kids wanted all of it. fucking Star Wars bullshit.
Oh,
Of course.
by the way, last show you spoke about Cameo, and then we had our own little Cameo experience. How funny is that?
Yeah, that was something else.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Do you want to tell share that story?
So last show you spoke about who the highest paid person is on Cameo,
Who is Kevin from The Office, by the way?
right? I don't remember his real name.
Can I say something before you tell the better story? We talked about this, but didn't really hammer it home. He charges $250 or $225, and he made $1 million over.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. How
That's
many?
Incredible.
How?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking happy birthdays. That's a lot of.
Good for him, though.
Hey, Jill. It's
Imagine
Kevin
just
from-
making that.
Yeah.
Saying happy birthday.
And by
Well,
the way,
anyway.
he charges $2,500 for businesses.
Okay.
That's 4,000. That's like 4,500. If it's 225.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
4,500.
4,500?
4,400.
Fuck, that's a lot. Go ahead, Janine. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'll do
my
it.
brother decided to do one for his wife for her 40th birthday. And it was a porn star. And what was funny is I was in Target when I saw it and I played it and it came out very loudly. And what he said,
That's what it is. 4,444.
okay. And it was pretty funny. And I was like, you know what? I want a 40th birthday present like that. Like that's a perfect thing for, you know.
You want a porn star to wish you happy birthday?
Not a porn star, but I want I don't know who I want.
Just some old man. A homeless guy.
Dr.
Right.
Covinus.
Oh my God.
Or every
I
one
was
of your friends' fathers.
Oh, that'd be pretty funny. No, someone famous.
You think we could get a cameo thing going? Think anybody would pay for us to say anything?
Yeah, I think some people would. Yeah,
Oh,
How
you
much
think so?
How much you think we would have to charge?
$25. I don't
And
know.
would I have to
wouldn't
be
be-
topless?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we're
if they
all
allow
gonna
her
have
on
to be
cameo.
topless. Yeah,
They'd allow these two topless, but I don't think they'd allow her on topless.
on Cameo. You can't
I
do
don't think
nudity?
I don't think that flies on cameo, but I don't know.
I gotta be honest with
I
you.
don't know the
I
rules.
kind of felt gypped that the porn star guy didn't flash his dick a little bit. I mean, what are we all there for? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is it dude?
Yeah, was it? You didn't see it? I thought he sent it to us.
Yeah, he did.
Who?
Can I play it, or is that not an okay
I
thing to
didn't-
do?
Who was this? Don't tell me. But if it was in the chat in the group thing, I
Yeah.
didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Can we
Yeah.
play something like this, or no? Is that not appropriate? Well, you know what? That's a private message. When a porn star addresses your wife, that should be something should remain
That's-
private.
That's sacred.
Yeah. But everybody, my wife had to explain who that was to me, which caused me to not talk to her for 3 hours.
Bullshit.
Oh, funny. I had to do the same thing to my husband.
No, I didn't know who that guy was. I think I think chicks are more into
Yeah, me
it.
either.
Like, yeah.
Like you don't have a full list of every porn star that ever existed. Both of you.
Right. You too.
Are
Frank.
you gonna play it?
Is that okay, or is that not appropriate?
Oh, I don't know.
Hey Lee, it's your favorite doctor, lawyer, teacher, plumber, astronaut, Johnny Sins here. Nick and myself just want to wish you a happy birthday. And now that you're turning 40, you're going to have to come in for a colonoscopy with
Oh,
my
God.
dick. All right, Lee, I hope you have the best birthday ever. And good luck to you and Nick.
That seems. Make your own joke here, but that seems a lot. That seems very short for a cameo.
No, that's how long are they? Well, the
Well,
one that
like-
your brother, yeah, that one
It was like
insanely long.
5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, but
This was like
Fortune
20
Feimster
seconds.
has a lot more time on her hands. This guy's got chicks to bang.
I guess, but I hope they didn't pay
He got chicks to
a
bang,
lot of money
right.
for what 20
Well,
seconds.
Fortune Feimster got chicks to bang too, but that's he's got a longer line.
You don't know that,
That's true. You're right. I could be wrong about that.
but I feel like that seemed very quick, a little too fast. I mean, I thought I'm going off of like I've seen examples. I've looked on Cameo. And
Are
see,
you
like,
saying he finished early? Is that what you're saying?
I think for a porn star, he's a little short. Comes up a little short.
Sounds like you're pretty.
Oh,
sounds
no.
like you're pretty
This
jealous.
Uh-oh.
What is this? French black ale. What
This
the-
is
Oh, I
this,
saw this.
this is an
I would
actual.
definitely have sex with this thing.
What? What the hell is going on? What's this?
If you were a chick, you would definitely find this attractive. Not gonna lie.
I think is this wait, in all seriousness, did this guy have some kind of like accident?
I can't. I can't even.
Scratch Dr. Kofinas, this guy in Hobby Lobby.
What has happened? Did this guy? Serious? Was this guy like? He looks like he may have been like a burn victim or something, and then he just did all these moderations.
33-year-old French guy.
Oh, my phone is gonna die. No.
He's been having a bunch of plastic surgery to turn himself into a French black alien, as he describes, self-described. And you can see his face. He's got a bunch of those implants in his head to give him that like weird kind of shape and
bumpy textures, and the nose.
The nose
Oh
is
my
all
God.
tatted up to be like, he colored as the pigment of his skin, obviously.
Dude.
And his latest procedure, as you can see from the top
Oh, come
row
on.
here, he cut off 2 of his fingers so he could have a claw.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's extreme.
It's a bit much.
I
What do
mean,
you
the
think
nose
about-
thing.
What do you think about these people? Like, you
Hey.
see people like this, and they like, even this guy. I could read you like what he says. He's like, I found my inner peace. He seems all super happy.
If it makes him happy.
I don't know if I'm buying that stuff. I don't know.
Why would you do this to yourself if it made you unhappy? I think he's doing this to make himself feel good, and that's fine. It's unusual. I mean, to remove some fingers, that's
Oh, look, if he's happy, again, God bless him. God, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Do whatever. I have a little doubt in my mind with something like this. You see those people that get the plastic surgery to turn themselves into whatever celebrity, to look like a celebrity, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I worry about them a little bit.
Yeah, it's I feel like there's a self-esteem problem here where, it's I don't think does he say I mean, I don't know what is his reason? Does he give a reason?
I don't, you know what? I don't know. He posts about it all the time. I mean, and that's why I have a problem with it. Because when you get a following like this, you know what I mean? It's sometimes you get into this. It's like a feed the beast kind of a thing. It's like I got to keep going. I found my little niche, and now I got to kind of like keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to look like this, that's your business. But yeah, I mean, that's your thing. Go for it. But that is extreme.
That's a bit much. That's a
I mean,
lot.
who are we? It's not our business to tell anybody what to do with their bodies. But that's
No.
I mean, that's not our bag. That makes you happy. Go for it. But it's unusual. I mean, I wouldn't even get tattoos, but this guy's putting things under his skin and chopping off fingers.
Oh, that skin thing. I saw something on that years ago, and that messed me up. I was like, I can't. Like, these people that are doing this is crazy.
How could that
to
be
me.
like comfortable? Like, I feel like when I get a headache, I feel like my head is so tight and ridiculous. And you put some stuff under there, I would feel like that would hurt.
Yeah. Credit to I got the person's name here, but got a lovely DM here from, I think it was Beatrice, who wrote in, Frank products carried at Canadian Tire always make me think of Frankie C. They got Frank chips over there up in Canada, Frank.
I want to taste some Frank chips. That'd be a good product testing. And thank you to
That's
if
what
it's
your
Beatrice.
wife said.
Okay. If it's Beatrice, thank you, Beatrice, for that. This is awesome. Frank chips is kind of a big deal. Ha! I get it.
Yes, it's Beatrice. Yeah.
I like how they used my likeness on the front there.
I just love how, I'm assuming Beatrice is Canadian, just polite as all hell. Just like, Oh, hey, look at this, eh? Frank's got his own chips up here.
That's nice. I mean, what is it, $1.66? We should get a couple bags. And
Well,
product
cheap and
test it.
crumble easy, just much like yourself.
It's adorable. Hey, 4 stars, 50 reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's doing well up there. We should I'd love to get this on an upcoming product testing if we could. That'd be great.
That is nice. Frank chips.
Yeah.
Hey, I never heard of them, but hey, maybe it could be just a local thing, and I'm in.
Yeah.
This pickle guy looks like a movie star.
Oh, it looks like a good time. I'd love to get you in that outfit too. That'd be nice.
Pickle suit, blonde hair, and glasses.
I'd love it if we could actually get you a few plastic surgeries where we turn you into a human pickle, like the black alien guy. I think we'd have a real, like, so you could see what Janine's reaction. You might have a lot of chicks coming after you.
So they go for the big dill. That's what I have to call myself.
The big deal.
The big dill.
And finally, DMing the show. Can we talk about something here with this?
Please.
I keep getting these DMs. I like talking to everybody. And if there's if there's something that you want to say to the show or say to me or Frank or Janine, how many times do I send you stuff, Frank? Somebody's like, oh, they'll DM the main account. I've forwarded it over to you.
Hey, the pickle thing was the latest thing that you sent to me.
That's right. The pickle thing was. But when you want to talk to the show, like, you got to have a point. Like, you got to, like, and for example.
Why? Can't people just say hi?
People people go, hi. And
What's nice? It's a problem.
It's nice, but I got 400 highs right now. I can't just write everybody. I could,
if those 400 highs weren't there, you'd be like, "Where is everybody?" You'd be like, "Why aren't people talking to us?"
No, look, when the show's live, get it. That's all. But I'll just get like, okay, this one guy. This is what brought this up. This guy, Rabbi Sheikh, seems like a nice gentleman from Bangladesh.
Cool.
Not our neck of the woods, right?
That's
but that's
awesome.
okay. There's a lot of people from a lot of parts of the world. And this could be a bot. I feel like this is a bot. It could be a bot. But I got a hello, sir. And then days later, another hello, sir, and a how are you? And then another hello, sir, and a you have a podcast, which is basically a declarative statement there.
Yes, it is.
I don't know how to respond to that. And I'm not throwing Rabbi under the desk here, but there's, like I said, there's a bunch of these other ones. I'll get a lot of like, hey, Aunt, or what's going on, Aunt? And it's like, I'm happy to interact with everybody.
My guess is that there might be a little what's it called? Language barrier going on here.
Yeah, probably.
I think the hello, sir is very nice. And if it were, hey, bots could be very advanced, but if it were a bot, the hello, sirs are different. The sir is capitalized in one, it's lowercase in the next.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a bot, but
I mean, I have gotten a couple of people who don't speak English that are asking me questions, and it's broken English. I'm happy to respond. I've responded to those people. I'm happy to respond.
So can you just respond? Yes, we have a podcast. Here's how to view it.
Maybe they can't. 7-week conversation now.
Well, maybe maybe this person can't find where to listen to the podcast. They see maybe they saw it somewhere, and they want a link. Send them a link. We have a podcast. Here you go.
I mean, I guess so.
What's the word? Unless it's a scam of some kind, which I can't imagine. You sending them a link is going to make any kind of difference on their scam. If it's a scam,
that's more comforting. I like when people are like, "My brother is the king, the prince of Zamunda, and he needs your social security number."
At least you know where people stand with that. They're trying to get you. This is a little bit of a mystery.
But I mean, again, we're not picking on Rabbi here because he's from Bangladesh.
Sounds like you're picking on Rabbi.
I get this from people like that are named Larry from New Jersey. They're like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's like I would love to write back, "Hey, what's going on, everybody?" But like, my point is, if you have something to say, you just say it, and then we'll respond to it.
Sometimes people just want to say hi. What's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing.
You're a little negative today.
There's nothing wrong.
It's a nice message. If people said "fuck you," then I'd be like, "All right, you have a point here. We need to make an announcement to people. Maybe hold back on the FUs." But if people are just saying hi, I think that's nice.
That I'm used to, and that in some cases is deserved.
For anybody out there who wants to say hi to us, I welcome it. This guy right here Not so much, but I like the highs. Just say hi. It's nice.
You could ask anybody. I've got long conversations going with lots of people. I have no problem talking to people.
So then what's the problem with the short ones?
I don't know what I'm getting into. I don't like not knowing what we're talking about here. Like, just tell me what you want to talk about. Don't be like, hey, what's going on? Or like, how's it going?
I think a lot of people view us as part of their lives, and and we're friendly people, I feel.
Yeah.
And they feel like they could reach out and say hi.
Oh, they can. But like,
apparently not.
But they say something like, be like, hey,
well, they're looking for they want it. I think they want to see a response so that they know that their hi isn't just going into a junk box or something.
Oh, maybe.
So it's like a test. Hey, is this a real thing? Maybe. Like it's just I'm looking for maybe not an automated response. Maybe if I say something, are you going to respond, kind of thing.
All right, maybe. Here's the thing. You are 1,000,000 times more likely to get a response if you tell me what you want to talk about.
Okay, see, that's better put.
Up at the front.
Then shove your highs up your ass is what you were saying.
That's not really what I was saying.
That's basically what you were saying before.
Just get to the point. Like, have a point.
Sometimes the point is just hi. People just looking for a little contact. That's all.
I used to get you. I mean, you do that. You take calls and stuff. Where you get a caller like, "Hey, how's it going? Good. What's going on? What's going on with you?" It's like, no, you call this show.
Sometimes people just need another voice to hear. That's all. I know we don't. Some people just need to reach out and they need to have some kind of connection.
Like I said, I'm happy to shoot the shit. Give me something to shoot at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
I can't just.
It starts when you respond. You got hi.
I guess so.
Hey, what's going on? Nothing. How are you? Like a conversation.
Here's the other thing, and this is why we can't, because I don't know if this is a bot or whatever the hell it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you come at me with a real topic, I'll respond. I don't know.
The topic was you have a podcast. I think you overlooked the topic.
It's like, hi, you have hair. I mean, what am I?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Do you have hair? Sometimes it doesn't always have to be to your standards. Sometimes
I don't think I'm asking for much here, but I feel like you're.
Sometimes you gotta jump to different levels of conversation. It's not always the one you prefer.
I think I'm going to start responding to all these generic hellos with just a picture of the black alien guy. And that's going to be my response.
Let's say there's 400 highs. You respond to all 400 of them. Maybe 5 of them come back and say something exciting or interesting we could talk about.
Don't you find it interesting, the persistence of the hello, sir, and no, like, just tell me what you want to talk about?
Sometimes that's not how it works. And especially maybe other cultures. They look for a response first, maybe.
You're all accepting now, but when Janine was trying to explain to you what life is like in Wisconsin, you weren't that accepting. You weren't that flexible back then.
I think the laws are fucked up, but
with the gun culture they have over there.
Yeah, no, I have a problem with it. Yes, definitely. I'm not shy about that. The gun laws are fucked up. We need gun reform.
All right.
That's my platform.
We covered a lot of ground. I feel like we made up for our 35-minute show on Friday, Frank.
I hope so. And I do apologize for that short one.
It's not your fault.
But it got a lot of response, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
That 35 minutes really hit a nerve with some people.
Yeah, some people are like, what the fuck?
Oh, well.
Which I loved. I was like.
Anybody who thinks we delete comment, we don't delete any comments.
You delete a lot of comments.
I don't. YouTube might delete something that sometimes like if I were in the chat or whatever and I post like a link to something, sometimes YouTube will delete it.
Yeah.
Just because they don't trust links or whatever the hell the reason is. But if you put something that YouTube might flag as inappropriate or whatever, they'll delete it. We don't delete anything.
That's true.
So don't blame us for that.
You got anything else, my friend?
I got Jumpstart Coffee, baby.
Oh my God, the greatest coffee ever.
It's true.
I feel like, what do they call? Not evangelists. What are the people who try and get you to the Crusades? Was it the Crusades where they tried to get everybody to convert to Christianity?
Oh, the Inquisition?
I'm pretty sure it's the Crusades, not the Inquisition. Is it the
Spanish
Inquisition?
Crusades could have been too. I don't know.
Well, whatever. But again, I feel like I'm turning into this person now because anytime anybody goes, you want it like today, like you want to have this delicious coffee, and then I try it, and I'm like, this is not Jumpstart coffee. I'm spoiled.
It is delicious. I mean, I think the dark roast is fast becoming my favorite.
I don't even
Medium
wanna,
roast is good, but I like the dark with the chocolate hint in there.
yeah.
That's good stuff.
I don't even want to tell you what I did. I'm not going to share it with everybody just yet. I could text it to you, but I did this over the weekend with the Jumpstart Coffee Company.
I don't want to know any perverted things you did with coffee grounds.
It's just a
really
little quick photo shoot.
No, I'm good. Was it tasteful?
You're gonna love it. Well, yeah.
The key word is tasteful.
It's side boob. The key word here is side boob.
Okay.
No, but I'm gonna give you. I don't. This isn't the final product, but that's what I did. I'm gonna release this proper to everybody.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I see a nipple. Ooh, that's something. That's an idea.
It was delightful.
Can I say what? Why can't you share?
Well, because I want to put it out. I want to do I want to do a nice little presentation for it,
All right.
and then we'll talk about it.
That's
My
good.
special little Jumpstart coffee recipe that I'm going to release to everybody.
I've never heard of that. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, something else. 15% off your Jumpstart coffee. Like I said, it makes a great gift. The holidays are here. Grab bag. The $20 gift season is upon us. You can get 2 of those bad boys for $20. Help the Navy SEALs because 50% of their profits go to the Navy SEAL Foundation. That's Jumpstart Coffee. That's how nice they are. And you could save 15% by using the promo code AOA15. Order with the link in the description or click the banner on the home page. Like I said, 2 of those, people are going to feel real nice. You
Got a nice bow around it.
When they smell it, they're going to, little bow on, right. Little bow. They're going to open up, smell it. Oh my God, this is amazing. And then you're going to lay this on them. By the way, 50% of the proceeds for that went to the Navy SEAL Foundation. They're going to be like, holy shit, this is a real American that gave me a gift. That's nice.
Yeah. Especially if you have like veterans in your family or whomever.
If you have a veteran in your office, this is a game changer. What do you think? They want another fucking pair of socks or some bullshit gift?
How about, it's a nice, here's a great product and we're supporting the armed forces.
Listen, Jimbo, thanks for your service. Thought we'd give back a little bit. Here's your coffee. Proceeds to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Thanks the whole time. Boom. That's a nice thing.
Much better than that.
People helping people. That's what the holidays are all about, is it not?
Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah. I like that we had the black shirt show going today. That's a nice thing that we did.
It was nice. I don't know if I can't remember what Janine was wearing.
I forgot entirely. Totally forgot. All right, that's it for us. Appreciate you guys watching and or listening. Thanks so much. Jumpstart Coffee link in the description below. Janine's podcast, or her interview, I should say, link in the description below. If you give that a click and a thumbs up, we'd really, truly appreciate it. Watch a little bit of it. You'll see her just completely fawn all over a fucking doctor.
The guy who, gives her checkups.
Yeah. That's an awkward situation. That's an awkward situation.
Well, my heart, I mean, I don't know how women do it, but God bless you.
I was going to say, I don't know how he does it with her. That's the whole thing.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
That whole situation, I can't imagine it being anything other than awkward. I know it's a professional atmosphere, doctor, still.
No, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird for husbands, too, by the way. It's not great for us either.
Yeah, no, it's not great, but it's tenfold for women.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I was a trooper when my wife was going for exams. I told the doctor if he wants to stick something up my rear end, he can. We're a fair couple.
That's nice of you.
Fair playing grounds here.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Nice gesture.
Well, I do what I can. I didn't expect him to take me up on it, but you know what? When you put it out there, sometimes
you gotta be prepared for the answers.
We'll catch you on the next episode.